Hello, everyone. This is the Team Tuesday meeting for the week of January the 6th. Tuesday would have been the 7th. It is Thursday, but it's our first week of the term. We had a lot of things to get started. Today is important we have this meeting because there is a good probability that tomorrow will be a snow day, and therefore our first AMI, or Alternative Methods of Instruction Day. We got other things to talk about first, though. So here we go. This week, Tuesday, we started fresh and had a really good start to the term. I don't think we had too many hiccups, and classes are off and going. Friday, that's tomorrow at this point. If we have school, you need to come to school. That's true every day, but it's possible. We don't know, Our models are really good, but they're not perfect. If we have school tomorrow, we will have the Crowder technical education presentation for sophomores that will explain all their programs as a kind of sales pitch, if you will, so you can have the information you need to make a good decision about whether you want to participate in any of those programs next year and the next as a junior and a senior. It is also the case that there will be, as part of this presentation for juniors, an explanation of their CDL program, which is a commercial driver's license. If you want to be a truck driver, a delivery driver, I know there are probably other applications. Mr. Oni could probably tell you quite a bit about this. He drives a bus, and so I think has to have some greater certifications to drive as a job. But they will explain all those things in the presentation. There is a form. We'll get to forms at the very end. But there is a form, an interest form for juniors. We are not going to call all juniors to this meeting. This is only for those who are potentially interested in obtaining a commercial driver's license as part of the CTE program as part of our high school in your senior year next year. If that describes you, then you'll fill out the form. Next week, we got a lot going on. Monday and Tuesday, we got a couple of people HiSET testing. It is super important that you be here on campus on time. We have scheduled testing so that we have time to get to Crowder's campus, get checked in for the test without stressing about it. So make sure, Jason Holden, that you're here on time on Monday. And Tuesday for HiSET testing. Tuesday, we'll talk about it individually. Wednesday, we will have our first edition of a social emotional learning series with Ms. Keibel. That's going to take place in Harmon Hall and will last about an hour. And also that on that same day, that is the makeup day for the CTE presentation. So, in the probable event that we have an AMI day, snow day tomorrow, and can't have our CTE presentation, that will take place next Wednesday. And again, I'm emphasizing how important this is because this is your one chance to get the full presentation from Crowder people themselves. And this could impact the next 2 years, full years of your going to school, and then maybe your career path. So it is super important, sophomores and juniors who might want to obtain a CDL license next year. AMI days. Teachers are talking to you, already have, I know, but now we're right up to the moment, so this is your final reminder from me at least that alternative methods of instruction are likely posted on Canvas homepages, but teachers are talking to you individually about your expectations for those. These allow us to not extend the school year by having a form of school when we don't have school in person. So help us out, help yourself out by making sure that you participate in those things. Credit checks and the beginning of Edgenuity courses, be they credit recovery or credit acquisition, will begin next week. Probably going to get those set up tomorrow on the school day when it's a little pretty quiet around here. So those should be ready to go. The coffee bar is open. Reminder that Mr. Oni runs this. He is the person in charge of all things coffee bar, and that costs $5 a term. But it gets you unlimited coffee at the appropriate times and in the appropriate places with the appropriate approved cups. So if you're a coffee drinker and are interested in that, talk to Mr. Oni. Forms, there are two. The first is that CDL license I told you about. That is linked on the Team Tuesday page. And then secondly, ArtCon is coming up. If you don't know what ArtCon is, it's a convention featuring art. Like Comic-Con is a big nerd convention where people do cosplay and LARPing and also sell and buy collectibles and really just socialize with each other with other like-minded people who have similar interests. It's a really cool event. There is a link to the Arts Council's website where they have information about that, including panelists and who's going to be there and what activities and all that. This is a really fun event we have helped set up for ArtCon for the last several years, and we're going to do that again, but we need to know who's interested in doing that. ArtCon is on Saturday, February the 1st. Pretty sure. Check my notes, but hang on, I'm going to turn off this air conditioner heater. We don't get background noise. So that's on Saturday. It starts a Saturday morning. Volunteer time would be Friday after school on the 31st. We would go over to the junior high where it takes place. We will help carry tables, chairs, set up booths, put tape on the ground so people can see where their little kiosks go. And we will get you free admission into, or the Arts Council will grant you free admission to ArtCon if you are one of those volunteers. And I highly encourage you to go. It's a local event. That is, I don't want to say surprisingly cool. We live in a hip place or whatever, but like this is really well attended and really fun for people who are artistic, creative, into, I think there's a Dungeons and Dragons side table room. There's lots of cool stuff going on. So if you're interested in volunteering for ArtCon, fill out that form. Those are the two. And I think our last order of business is getting to brass tacks on the video production challenge, which I told you would be published before break, but wasn't. Sorry. Here are your full details. On the Team Tuesday page, we've got ArtCon, CDL interest, and then the Central Campus Commercial Contest, which will take us to the page for that. Okay, all of this was previously published. You can read through this yourself, but here's the new stuff. There are guidelines for the short film and the commercial. There are two options here. Short films are 8 to 12 minutes long and inform a viewer about one or more aspects of the Central Campus. This could be one student story, a classroom feature, or could document a project like the pollinator or vegetable garden, typo, or mural. Films might explore a topic and interview students and staff about that topic, like bullying or phones in schools, or maybe artificial intelligence, or all the post-COVID things and culture. Have an open mind about that, but think about topics. Commercials should inform a viewer about the Central Campus and promote the school to students and parents who may benefit from it, or encourage community support for the school that would appeal to business owners, school board members, and others in the area. So one's more of a promotional commercial. The other is more of a documentary-style short film. Both categories, however, will be assessed by the criteria here. So you can read through this. You know how rubrics work. There's great over here. There's bad over here with a scale in between. But we will assess your technical skills, how, the technicalities of video editing and sound mixing, creativity, structure and organization, sound and audio editing, which is related to the technical part, visual quality and adherence to the guidelines, those are these up here, and overall impact. So Using this points distribution out of 100, those will be assessed, and the winning entry for a commercial will receive $30 cash. The winning entry for the short film, $100. This is big money. And you may work in teams if you want to do that, but cash prizes will be distributed amongst team members. So if you got 5 people in your team and you win $100, you get $20 because of math. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is it for this week's team meeting. Pay attention to the weather and alerts through Parent Square from us. We'll be communicating through that. Make sure you get your AMI information from teachers today. Maybe think about participating in the commercial competition. Fill out those forms if you want to go to ArtCon or become a commercial driver. All right, have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you soon.